Happy Wednesday. Only 2 days until Star Wars comes out. Can't wait. Just been watching all the stuff with the premiere and everyone's opinions, and you know, they're mixed, but hey, I'm gonna see it on my own, and I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it just like I enjoyed the first crappy 3 from 99 to 2005 or whatever it was. All right, so let's get it. Today's my back day, upper back. I'm gonna push hard. I've been lowering the volume over the last few weeks because I'm moving into my caloric deficit. I was bulking because I was trying to put on strength. I've gone over that before, blah, blah, blah. What I want to talk about quickly is you really need to figure out what your calorie intake necessities are per day. I do that at calculator.com. You can get all that figured out very quickly by putting yourself on, I believe, caloriecalculator.com or MyFitnessPal. You should be able to do your calories on MyFitnessPal as well. That's pretty easy. Any of those channels, just of information, just Google daily calorie intake, and you'll come across a calculator that will put you through a series of questions, and then you can figure that out. So the one that I want to focus on very quickly today is the carbohydrate calculator. Find out how many carbohydrates you need per day. Now, us as endomorphs, you're gonna have to take that number and you're gonna have to get online and find information through reading up on endomorph carbohydrate intake, what the best for you is. Now, what I'm doing, and as I've said before, I'm doing 25% carbohydrates, 35% fat, and 40% protein, but I'm on a cut because I'm trying to cut the fat that I've gained in the process of putting on strength and muscle. So what I have 525 calories of protein or of carbohydrates per day that is the maximum that I should be eating based on my meal plan. What I think what has been successful for me is throughout the day, and I know it's gonna get tedious, that's the reason why you really got to get to the point where you can eyeball this stuff and kind of know your body, and then get a formula down of maybe have like interchangeable meal plans where you have like these meals already set up, so like, okay, well, you don't need to write down everything or check everything because you already have like the macros and the calories for these meals already like written down somewhere. But what you really want to get in the habit of doing is taking your carbohydrate numbers once you check your foods through your calorie counter, and you want to times that carbohydrate number by 4, because you really need to watch those carbohydrates. Once you're out of carbohydrates for the day, like once I'm out of if I eat all my carbs in the morning, say like if that day I wanted to have a stick of chocolate or something like that, that's gonna bump my carbohydrates up very quickly. At the movie on Friday, I'll probably have chocolate, just because I want to treat myself, I want to enjoy the movie, and that's gonna be in the morning. So towards the latter half of the day, I'm probably not going to be able to have the carbohydrate intake that I would like to have through whole food choices. So at that point, then I usually turn the knob to mostly my veggies, and I'll probably load up on like onions, mushrooms, and broccoli, because broccoli is a high protein source, and I tend to eat a lot of broccoli because I need a lot of protein per day. But ideally, you want to save those carbohydrates to the evening time. You want to carb backload if you're endomorph. I've had a great level of success with carb backloading. I had more success when I was eating mostly vegetables throughout the day, nothing else, just mainly fruits throughout the day, and mild vegetables, but it wasn't sustainable. That's the only thing about doing that style of diet is, it's great and you get great results, but every now and again you want to have salt, you want to have fats, you want to have certain things that whole natural sources just aren't going to give you. Like avocados have great sources of is a great source of fat, but is it really going to take the place of vegetables lathered in coconut oil? It's probably not. Or potatoes lathered in coconut oil. you know, or potatoes lathered in avocado oil. You know, especially if you're lifting, it's going to be very difficult to maintain that protocol with the all fruit diet or all fruits and vegetables diet with low fat. And it's just not healthy anyway. You need fat in your diet. So compartmentalize your carbs. You know, like I said, you probably want to keep them more towards the evening time. Especially if you're trying to burn fat. Most of the information I'm going to be talking about now is going to be fat burning. If I go back into a surplus and I'm trying to put on muscle, which is going to be a while from now because I'm going to cut quite a bit of weight before I go into a bulk again. That's the reason why I just did a quick bulk over the last 4 or 5 months, because I knew that I was going to be moving into a huge cut to kill a plateau that I've been kind of trying to chip away at since 2013. So, you know, I know it's all over the place. I'm sorry, you know, but once again, as I've said before, I don't investigate all this information. I mean, I do, but I don't script all this stuff. This is just me, turn on the camera, and I just share what's going on with my situation. And if people latch on and it's something that can help them and they have the same body type that I have, great. If not, I'm sorry. You know, I'm going to do my best to educate myself and script this stuff in the future, but right now I just don't have the time. I have a life, I'm busy, I have other things that I have to research all the time. I'm a parent, I'm a partner, I'm a homemaker, I have a career, you know, I teach martial arts. I got a lot going on. I train, you know, I'm just a very busy person. So, you know, I hope this information helps you. You know, just one more time, once again, you know, you really want to be timesing those carbohydrates when you check your foods on your food calculators, your calorie calculators. You really want to be looking at those carbohydrate numbers and making sure that they are not going over your daily allotted amount. And you really want to push those till the afternoon. Right now I'm fasting until 12 to 2. On a good day, you know, at noon I'll have like some coffee and maybe push my fast later on in the afternoon so I can eat well and be satiated into the evening hours. I'm not doing like the early cutoff food stuff anymore because I just, you know, I've done that and I just don't like going to bed hungry, and I train fasted in the morning. So the further I am from food by the time I hit my workout, it just, you know, my workouts suck, especially my my leg days. I really just get drilled on leg days. And as I'm trying to increase my deadlift and my squat and front squat as I cut, I'm still trying to lose quite a bit of weight and maintain those lifts and see some increases through progressive overload, micro loading. So it's a serious task, and so I prefer to eat closer to when I go to bed, even if it's just fruits at night, which isn't recommended, but I like having fruit at night. That's just, you know, I just like that. So we'll see what the results, we'll see, you know, what kind of results I render in the end. But I've had great success, so I'm not worried about whether I'm doing what's right for myself or not. So I like eating closer to bedtime because then I'm only, you know, maybe 10 hours away from my workout, and I'll probably still have some of that stuff, some of those nutrients flowing through my system, and really not be taxing my glycogen stores before I work out. But I keep my workout under an hour. You know, that's one of the reasons why I had to cut back the volume as well, because my workouts were going like, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't want to work out that long. You know, I work out 4 days a week, so I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be in the gym that long. Even though I have my own thing, I don't want to, you know, I want my days to flow, and it's hard for your day to flow when you're just in the gym that long. You know, it's too much commitment of your time to exercise. I already get up in the AM on the days where I work out, and I walk for over an hour, you know, and some days I walk twice a day. And some of the days that I work out, I walk twice a day in addition to my training, because I'm trying to get those fat stores mobilized throughout those days, because I rest. I do a hard rest on the days that I don't exercise. You know, every now and again I'll do like a shorter version of my walk, another route that I have, or route whatever, that I have for rest days. But some days, you know, like yesterday, I wasn't feeling that walk yesterday. So, because I had a really difficult leg day the day before, where the front squats were just killing me, man. And so, yeah, monitor the carbohydrates. Happy Wednesday.